Hi, my name is Génesis López, and in this video I'm going to present to you my mastery journey and how I compare some of my accomplishments with the path of the master Joachim Matsouska. I started my master journey as soon as I decided to do a bachelor degree in mass media communication production back in Puerto Rico, where I come from. During my bachelor degree, I discovered the passion I feel for production. It was difficult at first because I already had my mindset in being a journalist, and even when I enjoyed those moments very much, the passion that I feel with production and post-production and pre-production are much stronger. I discovered that passion when I had the opportunity to be the producer of the Kids TV show Circolandia. That's when I decided to follow my goal and come to Full Sail University to become a film producer and director. I want to be an entrepreneur like Joachim Matsouska. Matsouska was born in 1972 in Tokyo, Japan. She at first set her mind in being a professional tennis player, like me, but in my case with journalism. Growing up, she manifested interest in many areas of sports and science. Her dreams took her to the United States to attend to a high-level tennis academy. When she graduated from high school, she turned her interest more in robotics, so she wanted to develop a robot that could play tennis with her. That's when she attended to the University of California at Berkeley, where she received a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. Later on, she attended to MIT and joined a lab in which she wanted to do a robot hand that assimilated to a human hand. She feared in her lack of knowledge in this field, so she gained an additional degree in neuroscience. She thought that if she could understand uh, the relation and the connection between a hand and the brain, she could design a prosthetic limb that would feel and respond like a human hand. She continued her path to the point of the creation of a new field called neurobotics, like Green says in the book The Matsouska Path. Once you have mastered your first field, you look for other subjects or skills that could conquer or your own time if necessary. I feel really connected with this story because that is exactly what I wanted to do. I want to continue my mastery journey to the point that I could achieve my goal, even if it takes a lot of time. I want to be able to help the film industry in Puerto Rico. As Green described in the book of Mastery, you must make this a model for your own work as well. Your project or the problem you're solving should always be connected to something larger, a bigger questions, an overachieving idea, an inspired goal. If I had the opportunity to interview such a brilliant woman, I would start with Yogi. Over your career path, you demonstrate that speaking through your work is essentially important to express your social intelligence. I could easily compare your way of doing things with the master book of Robert Greene. By remaining focused and speaking socially through your work, you will both continue to reach your skill level and stand out among all others who make a lot of noise but produce nothing. So as a woman, did you feel some sort of rejection because society see robotics and science as a man career? And also I will ask her how you managed being a mother of 4 kids, a professor, a wife, and have a successful career without compromising one or another. I will ask her these things because, as Green described her in her book, she grew up in Japan in the late 70s. So, uh, in that time, her country was more of she has to just choose a career and career that is tangible, that is one career only. But she liked to do things on her own way in a country that esteems social cohesion and conformity above everything else. Unfortunately, on the road to success, there are some feelings that are normal in a human being, but we have to learn how to control them. I think that the industry in which I want to involve is full of good people, but it also have bad people. So if I'm not careful enough, I could easily fall on the deadly realities. The first ones I feel related to is envy. As a person that I'm pursuing my mastery, people look at me as master already. Because as Green says in his book, intelligence is the most sensitive trigger point of envy. Another one that I feel related to is fightiness. I suffer a lot of this one because I'm a very emotional person. So people words hurts me and hurts me a lot. But as Green said in his book, I have to focus on their action, which are generally more consistent and not on their words. Through this exercise, I understand that if I wanted to be successful as Tosca, I have to stay focused and keep doing what I love until I achieve the mastery, until I become an entrepreneur in my field.